My name is Chris Tempel. I'm an independent filmmaker, extreme athlete, and outdoor enthusiast. For 5 years, you've been watching me explore the outdoors with my dog. Now, I'm bringing you with me. New people, new adventures. This is Surviving the Wild like you've never seen before. Hello, I'm L Director, and I'm finally back for L Director Vision. You're watching Surviving the Wild. This is the first episode of 2018, and this is also going to be the first episode with my new partner in crime, Mr. Bodhi. Bodhi, where are you, bud? Where are you? He's somewhere back there. I'm driving, and I can't really try to film him right now. But anyway, this is his first big adventure. So I've kind of been working him up to this. I've been out camping at the drop zone a few times where I go skydiving, and I'll sleep in the car out there, so he is used to not sleeping at home, and so we've done a little bit of that kind of stuff. I've traveled and stayed with friends before and that kind of a thing, but this will be his first time sleeping in the great outdoors. So because this is Bodhi's first trip, this is going to be more of a backpack trip versus a survival trip, because I figure I might have my hands full with him, and I really just don't want to spend the time to build a shelter and have to have a fire going all night long in order to stay warm and all that kind of stuff that goes into it. I'm trying to make my life as easy as possible and really just have a good weekend with my dog. So this is a backpack trip as opposed to a survival trip. Full disclosure right now, if you don't like that, click away. But if you want to see Puppy's first adventure, stick around and we're gonna have some fun. Peace out. Alright, well, so far this has been a bit of a nightmare to get to, and this is truly off-road trying to get out here. What I have filmed of this has been the easy stuff. I can't even tell you some of these steep things I've been on, and the car's actually bottomed out a few times too. But good news is, we're getting close. If you look down there, there's the river. So that's where we're going to be headed. We are back out at the St. Mary's River, which is where I was for episode 1 of this season, season 2, episode 1, where I took Jesse out with me. But we're going to a different section of the river, something that from what I've explored, what little I've explored, is going to have some deeper water and hopefully better chances of getting some fish. Where Jesse and I went, it was definitely a lot flatter. It was easier to get to, which was great, but it was flat and there wasn't a whole lot of fishing activity out there. So that's what we're hoping to find if we can make our way down to the river. If I look at the GPS, I have actually not been on this road before. This says I should be there in 2 minutes. It says I've got basically a half mile to go. I'm not sure I buy that. I don't know if I'm going to get from way up here to way down there in a half mile, but I guess we shall soon find out, won't we? I don't know if this is showing up that well, but this road is completely rutted out. I actually got out of the car to come take a look at this and plan out my path. I know this camera doesn't have much in terms of dynamic range, so you may not be seeing what I'm seeing right now. But, well, that kind of gives you an idea. This thing is yeah, this sucks. But I think I can make it through, so that's good. If you look, I've got no ground clearance on this thing. I'll tell you what, buying the Ford Escape was probably the worst survival decision I've ever made. What do you think about this, Bodhi? Huh? 4-month-old pit bull. Yeah, what do you think? Yeah? Should we try it? Okay, we're gonna try it. Alright, well, we made it to the trailhead, and it was a zoo back there. There's a lot of people, but they're actually pulling out. They've been here all weekend. We're just getting started. Today is Sunday, tomorrow is Memorial Day, and I get tomorrow off. I actually had a 4-day weekend this week. It was great. But we're just gonna do one night because this is his first time, and honestly, I don't even know if we're gonna make it through a full night. We'll have to see about all this. But anyway, check it out. We made it down. I think too, when we head out tomorrow, there's another road that goes this way. We came at it this direction. it's a little bit easier and it shouldn't be as rutted out. So that will be the game plan as far as that goes. But beautiful day out here today. Pup is having a blast, just running around chasing things. And just look at this water. Beautiful. There we go. That's it. What you think about this, Bodhi? Huh? You're looking hot. Yeah. I mean, this is just beautiful out here, guys. It's just, it's hot and we're too high from the water right now, so I'm hoping as we get further along these tracks that we'll get down to water level and there might be like trees and stuff for firewood and all that good stuff. It's hot today though, it's a scorcher. I actually had to put sunscreen on the puppy just because I know that because there's no undercoat and his fur is so thin, I hear that pit bulls can get a sunburn. So, you know, gotta try to take care of your pup as best you can. Oh, here we go, this opens up a little bit right here. Makes it for a lot easier walking, that's for sure. Now, why couldn't I be on that side of the river? Look at this. I mean, one, this is great for fishing, but two, it's nice and flat, shaded. That's where I want to be. It's like Beverly Hills. Hey, stay up here. Come on. Good boy. Stay up here, Bodhi. Here it looks like a good spot right down there. It goes right down to the water's edge. The water's a bit faster for what I want. But I will keep that in mind if I can't find anything else out here. But good news is lots more trees now on this side, so fire won't be an issue. All right, well, this little meadow's not a bad choice. There's already even an established fire pit there from people that have come out here before. I'm betting on four-wheelers. So we've been walking on this four-wheeler trail, quad trail, the entire time. So you can just imagine people coming out here, plenty of room to pitch your tents, gonna have a beautiful night sky above you. Only drawback is I can't figure out how the heck you get down to the water, which is just on the other side of this little lip here. But check this out. Looking over here, there's a rail bridge, and on the other side is a tunnel. So we're definitely going to explore that just for fun. All right, well, for simplicity's sake, I think we're gonna camp. This is that meadow that I was showing you guys. The rail tracks, or the bridge is over there. Bodhi doesn't like the bridge. I would have to carry him across it, and it would be safer for me to carry him across it. But I'm just like, eh. The other thing that's going through my mind too is that if something happens, because this is his first trip and we need to get out, we're only a mile from the car along these tracks right here, and I would rather not have to deal with the bridge in the middle of the night if, you know, it comes down to it. So I think we're gonna set up camp here and just kind of get the basics in place so we're good to go for the night. That's the plan. Plus, puppy dog needs to get some water, so I need to take him down, show him how to get down to the water to do that. So, yeah. So this is down underneath the bridge. You can see I got the bridge right here behind me, and the tunnel is over there. Good news is easy access to the water. I like that. Plenty of firewood. I like that. Now it's just a matter of getting camp set up, and then we can go try our hand at fishing and try to catch us some lunch because it is noon exactly right now, and I haven't had anything to eat today. I'm getting hungry. I did bring one meal for myself. I have an MRE, which we'll get into in a little bit. That's going to be my dinner tonight. But right now, I want some lunch, and for lunch, I'd really like a fish. So we need to get the fire set up, not started, but just set up. Make sure I've got firewood, and then we'll get the tent set up. So I'll probably do the tent first, and then get the fishing gear together and see what kind of damage we can do. All right, well, first things first, let's go and talk about the gear that we have this trip. That's always everyone's favorite part anyway, I know. And I hope you guys can hear me okay with the mic and the water in the background, stuff like that. I don't have a cheap camera with the built-in microphone input that I'd be comfortable taking out here and stuff. I've got my nicer, higher-end cinema cameras that can, but I don't have a little one that does. And so, hey, if anyone wants to sponsor an episode of Surviving the Wild, the next one, buy me a camera with a built-in microphone input on it, just a small little thing, and that'd be awesome. So, anyway, getting into the gear, the pack is my Deuter, and this is 65 plus 10 liters. It looks like it's filled out a fair amount right now, but you'll see, like, I actually just put my entire tent inside of it. Dog is chasing butterflies. That's special. And because I didn't want to strap anything on the outside. So starting at the top here, got a belt. You notice, well, actually, I guess we'll start with the clothes that I'm wearing. I'm just wearing shorts and a tank top this trip. I do have a sweatshirt too for at night when it gets cold, but that's it. I thought, you know what, this is a very low risk trip. It's a backpack trip too, so I couldn't get away with just basic things like this because I know I don't need the extra warmth at night when I've got a sleeping bag and that kind of a thing. So I've got Vibram 5 fingers, a pair of running shorts, and a tank top, and a hat, and a sweatshirt. And that's all I got as far as clothes go. So we have the belt, so I can strap on my gun and my knife in a little bit. And we've got one method of starting fires, everyone's favorite, the ferro rod. I've got a flashlight. This is the same one you saw in Season 2, Episode 1. This is a Through Night Archer 2A version 3. Always carry a space blanket with me. And then for dealing with fire stuff, I've got some Nomex flight gloves, pilots to wear. Orange bandana, and inside, I really want to try this out for starting a fire. This was kind of my fun little gimmick thing this trip. I have a glass magnifying lens, so this should be pretty cool. Scratch that up. I'm just going to go and stick my stuff back in here so I don't lose any of it. Go. We've got a 2-part fishing rod. If you guys are curious about the brand, Cilio. It's a Cilio fishing rod, 6 foot when it's fully assembled. I brought Mr. Smith this trip. This is the 44 mag, Smith & Wesson, 629 special. You guys know about that one. Bodhi's just all excited about this, huh? This is the sweatshirt I was telling you about. Whoa, Bodhi, no, not right there. Alright, lesson 1 I just learned. Keep the fishing pole out of the dog's way. Because he likes to roll into it. He could snap it. Alright, into the main guts of the pack. Water pump for filtration. I could probably get away. In fact, I know I have done it out here without the pump, but I figure might as well bring it. It's a backpack trip, not a survival trip. So pump it since I can. Everyone's favorite, I have a Bible, and I just watched my subscriber count drop. Got some beef jerky for the dog. These are gonna be treats for him. Everyone always asks too, quit stuffing your face, bring food for your dog. Guess what? I've always brought dog food on any trip where I've got a dog with me. So here's Bodhi's food, dinner, breakfast tomorrow. All right, we've got, this is my air mattress, the tent, fishing reel, fishing lures and flies. Got some rope, dog blanket, stove kit. This is a solid fuel stove. This is something new I'm testing out this trip. I've used it at home, but I've never actually taken it camping before, backpacking. So I thought, well, this would be a good time to test this out. Got my dinner tonight. This is chicken chunks, white, cooked, it says. So we got a military MRE. Got some lemonade. First aid kit. And then down at the very, very bottom here, my sleeping bag. Okay, off to the side, got some other little goodies over here. I brought the collapsible saw. I haven't used this in quite a few episodes. It actually survived the house fire mostly, so I thought we'll use this. So this could be good for firewood and stuff. We've got a bottle of water for me, and then with the pump I can refill it, of course. A couple of miscellaneous fire items. We've got matches, a lighter, cotton balls and Vaseline. And over on this side, I've got baby sunscreen for the pup. Bug spray, off-brand of course, and my fishing accoutrements, hemostats and clippers to clip the line. And then the last thing I've got is my knife, my survival knife. And I know everybody hates this, but you know what? This has been a really, really great knife for the abuse that I put it through, so that's kind of cool. And that's what we got this trip. So just a really light backpack trip. I would say all in all, probably only about 15 pounds worth of stuff. So not that bad at all. The tent, which I don't think you guys have seen yet. I've had this on one trip. I did a spontaneous backpack trip in Montana once after I lost the dog. And it was a backpack trip that I did, not a survival trip. So I probably didn't film that. But this is the Eureka Midori Solo. And a great little one-man tent. I hope it fits me and the dog. I actually have not set this up since I got Bodhi, but we'll see how this goes. I'm gonna set the tent over here and show you some things to keep in mind as we do this. One of the big things to keep in mind, is that you want the area to be clear of like pine cones and debris. So I've gone through it, I've cleared out most of the pine cones already. And then you also want to take a look at which way everything, the ground, the slopes. Bodhi, stop. My dog's distracting me. Stop. Just stop. Good boy, okay? I need you to be good. No, leave the feet alone. And you want to keep your head uphill versus downhill. It's just going to make you sleep better at night. So in this case, I know the ground is sloping this way. This is up, this is down. So I'm going to put the front of the tent up here. So let's get this set up, if I can get him to chill out. So setting up the tent is fairly simple. It's got 2 poles. And it's just your standard string attachments. Okay, so there's pole 1. And I'm going to keep this out of the way of the dog by sticking it here against the tree. Do pole 2. Same thing, keeping him out of the way of the dog. And then getting into here, we've got the tent and we've got a rain fly. I think I'll probably just do the tent. It's not going to rain tonight, and I like kind of keeping it open like that. Sometimes I like going with the fly. I don't know, we'll see. And we got some stakes too that we'll get into here momentarily. Let's get this laid out. Okay, so I find where the front is. Remember, because we want the front uphill. So that goes like this. And then we'll take number 1. And it's just real easy, just grommet style. Just slide that into here. Keep it in there. There we go, so put that into the ground. Flex this. And then we go to the other one. We want to make an X shape with this thing. So left corner, right corner. We're going to do the same with the next one. Grommet, brace it. Opposite corner. Now, we lift these up and cross them in the middle, and should be able to start hooking this all up. You can see it just snaps right on like that. There we go. Boom! And just like that, in 5 minutes, you have your tent set up. At this point, you can lift the thing and rearrange it, position it exactly where you want. And yeah, we're good to go here. Doors on this side. There we go, that's not bad. That. Now I'm going to use these stakes to lock the thing down. Make sure it don't go nowhere. Well, sometimes life just sucks. I started assembling my fishing rod, and those of you guys that know how to fish, know what a fishing rod looks like, notices that something is wrong right here. And that means that somewhere along the way, I snapped off the tip of that. Now fortunately, this is just a $20 rod, because I'm actually planning to build my own at some point, and so I was saving my money to do that rather than buying a real nice one. So it's a $20 rod, but still, man, that sucks. So I could try to fabricate a new one for that, but I think I'm okay with just losing a few inches here, and we'll make this the top eyelet. So I'm gonna try to clip this, cut through it right there, leaving me with just this piece. If I had pliers with me, I could just snip, but I don't, because this is still surviving the wild. Son of a gun. I guess we'll try with one of my knives. Actually, you know what? I wonder if I could just snap this. I don't want to grab it this way to do it, because then that's going to put pressure back here. So I'm going to grab right at the eyelet and then try to, yeah, like that. There we go. So, not ideal, but I think it'll work. So let's feed the rest of the line through here, and then we'll test this sucker out. You know what, I will say this though, having a fishing rod and reel, even one that is now technically inferior to its original produced state, is still a heck of a lot better than survival fishing, where I basically just string and usually a stick for a float or a bobber if I found them with some flies tied to it. Speaking of, I think that we'll run this as a fly setup, simply because there's a lot of mosquitoes out, so I have a hunch that the fish are eating them. I do have in my kit, this is my little fishing kit this trip. So I've got flies, I've got MEP spinners, I've got all sorts of really good stuff in here. Things that I know are trout killers, especially my favorite, the MEP spinner. And you know, there's a lot of current too. I'm gonna try a MEPS first, and if that fails, I'll switch over to flies. So that's gonna be my game plan. Alright, so fishing update. Haven't caught anything yet. I've had a few followers, but they're like 6 inches, you know, it's not anything I'm gonna keep from here. I do know there are big fish in here. I've caught them before, but that was actually further upriver like 2 summers ago. But here, I mean, just, it's a beautiful area, lots of good pools and stuff like I got right here, but they just got like little 6 inchers in them. So I'm gonna keep making my way down this way as far as I can with the hardware, and when I get ready to come back, I'm gonna switch over to the fly and then try running that through the same holes again and just see what happens. So that is the game plan. What you doing, Boats? What you doing? Alright guys, so far fishing has been a bust. It is the middle of the day too. I mean, it's 1:20 right now, so I wouldn't expect there to be a whole lot of action at this point. I was just hoping to maybe, you know, be opportunistic and get a lunch out of this, but I don't think it's gonna happen. So I think just because ants crawling over my shelter. This is what's nice about having an actual enclosed shelter, is it keeps the ants and the mosquitoes out. I love it. I'm gonna sleep so great tonight. Assuming this little guy over here lets me sleep. I think we're gonna use the next couple hours to probably just explore a little bit. I'm gonna carry him across the bridge. We'll go check out the tunnel, because that looks pretty cool and interesting to me. And I am getting a little bit hungry and starting to shake a little bit, because it does take a lot of work controlling him, getting camp set up. We've already got firewood. and trying to run the show at the same time. So I'm gonna break into the MRE. Let's see what's in there and see if they've got any snack stuff like they usually do for me. So this should be cool. Alright, so this is an MRE. I actually did a video showing basically how to eat one of these, but I haven't uploaded it yet. I did it even before I got the dog, kind of simulating a power outage and getting into your survival gear to help you get through, you know, a time like that. So let me know in the comments below if that's something you would like to see. Plane, jump run. You know you're a skydiver when you hear an aircraft and you think, I wonder how high he is and if anyone's going to jump out of it. Even though the odds are out here that they're not. So anyway, like I was saying, this is an MRE, meal ready to eat. They are crisp proof. It doesn't help that I've got DEET all over my hands right now. You know what, screw it. Alright, that's better. That's why we like sharp objects. And these are used by our troops, back to what I was saying, to feed them when they're in combat situations and such. So, this one comes all pre-packaged, nice and neat like this. There we go, got one. This one is fine. So this was the chicken one, and this consists of cardboard. This just tells me about the chicken chunks and what's in it. So that's cool. We've got the industrial grade military spoon. These things are awesome. We've got some buffalo style hot sauce. So I'm gonna have to try that out. We've got electrolyte powder, which is basically just grape juice. Bodhi, no, back. Alright, tortillas. So this is cool. So I can actually make basically chicken burritos tonight. So that's cool. So I got tortillas. I've got a First Strike nutritious energy bar, chocolate flavor. M&M's. Yeah, cheese spread. Ah, this one's got the jalapenos though. I don't like the jalapeno stuff as much. But given that I'm out here, I'll probably do it. Bodhi, no. My food. You got your own later. We got some raisins. Sundries pack. Which includes more lemonade, some salt, tissue paper, all the other good stuff. And then we've got the main course right here. This is the chicken chunks. So this one actually doesn't have a flameless ration heater, which is too bad. I was hoping it would. Bodhi, no. Bodhi, come here. Come here. You're the star of the show today, okay? Like I was saying, most MREs come with a flameless ration heater, which basically you just add water to it and it activates. Dog's gonna knock my camera. Yep, see? And it allows you to cook your food. This, I guess, I'm gonna be eating cold tonight, although I do have my stove with me, and I betcha I might be able to find a way to cook this stuff up, so we'll have to try that out later and see. As far as what I'm gonna get into right now, because it is so hot, and they will melt, I'm gonna have the M&M's, save the rest of it for dinner tonight, and then I'm gonna use probably this First Strike bar for breakfast tomorrow. So that's just kind of looking at my food supply and figuring out what I'm gonna use for everything. In the meantime, no, you can't have these. These will kill you. No, mine. I just gave you some jerky. Go away. Puppies. Yeah, we made it to the tunnel. I had to carry poor Bodhi all the way across the bridge. Put my sunglasses up. There we go. But he was a good boy. He managed. So I can like this. Like this. There we go. Whoa, I can already smell it. It smells like a cave. And definitely smells better than the mine shaft does. And this one doesn't smell like piss and weed. But you can see this just goes right through the mountain. Yeah, you can see the sunlight whoop, over there on the other side. So we're gonna check this out. I've never actually been all the way through. And the only other time I came out here was actually for work. We did some filming here in the tunnel, which is how I knew about this place. Woo! Oh, it just got real cold. Check out the ground sweat. You got moisture coming down from the sides of this thing. There's the dog. What do you think about this dog? keep on cruising here. And actually, I'm gonna stop this because you really can't see me that well right now. Okay, we made it through to the other side, and something I didn't think about. You know, hindsight's always 20/20. There's rocks all over the tracks, which means that they came from up there. And this is probably not a smart thing to be doing. But by cutting through here and spending the 3 minutes it took to walk through, hang on, wet stuff. Spending the 3 minutes it took to walk through there saves you a 2-mile hike around the river. And I hear the river. It sounds like we've met back up with it again. I just gotta see if we can see it. See what the situation looks like over here. All right, well, there it is. So you can see we would have come all the way around that way. It takes about 2 miles to do the whole thing. And man, that's a really nice bar right there. All the rock, and it's nice and deep and stuff in the water right there. But really don't have an easy way to get over to that. And then it's almost straight down right here down to the water. Alright, well, it's about 3:15 now in the afternoon, and it was getting hot and scorching, and Bodhi's getting tired, and being a puppy, he needs his sleep, don't you? Yes, you need to take naps from time to time. So we came into the tent to keep out of the mosquitoes, and we've just been in here just kind of chilling, huh? I've been sleeping for probably the past 45 minutes he's been out, and then what I've been doing, come down here, is I devised this really cool setup, inspired by the trip with my dad, to suspend my phone. And this way I can watch a movie. So I've got the Bourne Supremacy on here right now. And you can see I just connected it to those 2 anchors, and then I got a slip knot there, and a slip knot there. And then, so it's 2 pieces of string tied in the middle right there with a square knot. And then, yeah, that works out pretty well for watching my movie. And there we go. So that works out pretty well. The only downside to being right here is you may notice I've had to put my sweatshirt up because west is that direction there, and so my head is facing west, which means that the sun is just beating down on here. So in order to give us some shade, I threw up my sweatshirt, and yeah, so that is that right now. This is definitely one of the best survival trips I've ever been on, because it's a backpack trip and it's not survival, and I'm okay with that, honestly. Like, so this whole experience has just been to get this guy out and get him used to being out here, and so far he's adapting really, really well. He's trying to get bugs through the tent though, that's pretty funny. He's hunting. Bodhi, hi. Aw, thanks, bud. Thank you. Yeah. He's a good boy. Alright, well, I realized I haven't actually given you guys the full-on camp tour yet, so let's go ahead and do that right now. Over there is the tent, underneath the trees. I know somebody's saying, the trees can fall on you, the branches can fall on you. No, that tree is very much alive. It is not, as Les Stroud would say, a widowmaker. It's gonna be just fine, and it gave me some nice shade during the day, which is kind of nice too. And then over here, where I'm at right now, this is the fire pit, and as you can see, this is not one I made. This was already here, and I had to clean out all the trash from people before me. Got some cans and even a sneaker in there. There's still some more stuff left in here, but I'll go ahead and I'll pack that out tomorrow. And then I'm starting to process down my firewood. So I've got some pretty big logs already, which is nice. And then I went ahead and sawed down some smaller ones that I found. So these are all about 2 feet in length. I've got miscellaneous stuff there, smaller stuff. I've got my twigs, and then I've got my tinder. So I've got 3 stages of kindling before I get to my fuel. And then this is gonna be my tinder pile right here. And all this is like dead weeds and that kind of stuff. Now, more importantly, I have a mullein stock. This is called Great Mullein out here. It's very common in North Idaho, and it's very fibrous. And so I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can't like hammer this stuff down and really get it super fine. And if I mix that in with my tinder, I'm hoping that I can get a fire going without having to bust in the cotton balls and stuff. And I should be able to do that. So There's also tree sap and things all around on these different trees, so that is a good thing too. There, now nobody can ever say I never feed you. Alright, Bodhi had his, now it's my turn. No, you can't have these. We'll start off with the raisins. And they're just like normal raisins. Hey, no! You had your food. It's my turn. I'm telling you, man, puppies. Alright, dog is being wild and will not let me eat, so he is tied up and occupied. Alright guys, chow time. Let's get this going. Haha, you can't get here. So I've got 2 flour tortillas. So that's pretty cool. And then inside them, we're going to put some cheese spread with the jalapeno. And I'm really not a fan of the jalapenos. I like just the regular cheese. But yeah, so anyway, with cheese, gotta knead it. Knead it meaning mush it all up, not like I needed it. It's you're kneading the cheese. And this stuff's always a pain in the butt to open, so we'll just go ahead and slice it. And I'm just gonna go ahead and put some in each tortilla. So there's cheese line 1, cheese line 2. We'll add a little extra up here, just to make sure that every bite is full of cheesy goodness. Dude, this stuff's like horrible for you. But I had them laying around and they were going to expire soon, so I was like, well, might as well use an MRE. This is basically the same stuff in those Kraft cheese crackers. I mean, it's nasty. Alright, so we have the cheese. Oh yeah, there's the jalapeno. Woo! Alright, we've got some buffalo style hot sauce. This has got distilled vinegar, aged cayenne red pepper, salt, water, canola oil, paprika, xanthan gum, and a bunch of other stuff that I don't know. I'm gonna try this just to see how it tastes. If it's too hot for me, then I'm just gonna throw it in the fire pit. I really don't like spicy food. Hang on, my dog is taking a treat for a walk. Woo! Let's see what we get here. Man, I don't know about this. Yeah, I think we'll pass on the hot sauce. Woo! Oh well. Let's get into the chicken, shall we? Oh, dude, this stuff it smells like cat food. It's like tuna fish, chicken kind of stuff. Look at that, that's so gross. I think I picked this one because I've never had it before. Would have been better off picking something that I knew. Gross. But I am hungry, so I guess we'll try it. It's got all this like gloopy white stuff. This is so nasty. I gotta bring you guys in for a close-up here. Look at that. It doesn't even look cooked. Apparently it is. And then you get this white gunk coming off of it. This is the so-called cheese, by the way. That's gross. You know, I think they need to make an MRE pizza. Now that would be good. Cocktail out just in case. Alright, here we go. Man, this is almost as gross as trying those snails. Bottoms up. It's not bad, it's actually all very bland. Which means we'll add some salt to it. I can taste the spiciness from the jalapeno cheese. So that's nice. It gives it a little something extra. Ooh, too much salt. A little sodium action there. Right now. It's not the best meal I've ever had out here. It was better than nothing. Alright, let's mix up some more of this lemonade. See how this stuff tastes. Tastes like Crystal Light. I'll have my lemonade shaken, not stirred. That's good, I can get behind that. That's good stuff. Alright, last one. Still got more chicken left over. You know, I almost brought the tuna, but I'm like, oh yeah, the tuna's not cooked. I really wanted a hot meal tonight. So I grabbed this chicken, which I've never had before. Bad idea. Sorry for all the jump cuts. I'm trying to eat. And trying to film yourself while you eat. It's always an awkward thing, and I'm like, yeah, whatever. Anyway, finish this up. They always give you some tissues. I think it's supposed to be like toilet paper, but I'm sorry, but that is not enough to do the deed. So a lot of times I'll just hang on to this to use as fire starter, and if I did need toilet paper, obviously I'm gonna have to resort to leaves and things like that out here and grasses and such, but at least I could start with this, so it's better than nothing to get going. When I'm done eating, clean myself off with their moist towelette. Some guys will use this to wash their hands before they eat. Honestly, for me, when I'm out here, I know it's pretty much just dirt, so I'm not too worried about it. I'd rather clean myself up afterwards, get all the nasty, oh, not all the nasty, well in this case nasty, but get all the food smells off your hands. Give yourself a bit of a wipe down. Alright, and then we can throw that in the fire pit with the rest of the stuff for later. I'm gonna hang on my toilet paper, and I've got 2 cinnamon flavored chicle gum things, and I'll have these in a little bit as well. I'm not ready for them yet because I'm still working on my delicious lemonade. The only thing I didn't eat from the kit was the First Strike energy bar, because I'm gonna do that for breakfast. And I didn't eat the grape juice either. I probably should have done the grape juice tonight and saved the lemonade for tomorrow, but I'm just kind of on a lemonade kick right now, so I've got lemonade now and we'll have grape juice for breakfast. And for anyone thinking that I'm a big meanie, I gave Bodhi the rest of the chicken that was left. So he's over there licking that bag clean and doing a very good job, I might add. He's my big helper. What you doing? Good boy, good boy. Still finding chicken? Okay, people, everybody's favorite part of the night, the starting of the fire. Now, to be fair, I was going to do a poll on the Facebook page saying, would you guys like to see me do a fire with one match, or a ferro rod without any cotton balls and Vaseline and any of that kind of stuff? Well, let's just say I kind of figured what your guys' answer would be. So, here we have my bird's nest. This is consisting of twigs, like dried weeds, stuff that I always find after the winter runoff in rivers. I don't know what it is, but it's just like all this dead vegetation that gets wrapped around trees and stuff. Got some goat's beard and a little bit of tree sap. So let's see if we can do this. There's no char cloth, no cotton balls, no Vaseline. This is all natural with just a simple spark. So let's see if I can do this and if I'm as good as I think I am. Get this out of the way. Burn that later. You ready, bud? Here we go. Wasn't even a challenge. Just gonna throw all these twigs on like this. In all fairness, this weather is, and all the stuff is so dry, it really didn't take much to do this. There's not a whole lot of skill involved tonight. But still, it's always fun to do. It's always fun to at least try to challenge yourself, even when it's not a challenge. Start throwing on some bigger stuff. You can see we've got quite the respectable fire. In fact, I need to back up a little. In just a matter of seconds. Woo! And this, my friends, is what we call a perfectly respectable campfire. I mean, it is warm right now. It's not going to get below probably 48 or 50 degrees tonight. Woo! So it's not the heat that I need, which I'm getting right now. It's just, it's the familiarity. Fire keeps away the boogeyman, so to speak, and all things that go bump in the night. There's been nights where when I don't have a tent and I literally am sleeping by the side of a fire, that I sleep for 30 minutes, wake up, stoke the fire, sleep for 15 minutes, wake up, stoke the fire. And this has been my best friend on many, many, many occasions. Get this out of the way. Bad framing. I'm a filmmaker, I should know better. And yeah, so, but this is good. I'm happy with this. It's giving off just the right amount of heat right now. Between the breeze and the fire, it's keeping the mosquitoes down, which is also always a good thing. And yeah, so we can let this go for a little bit now before I have to add more wood to it. This is definitely self-sufficient, which is good. That's always the key. When you're trying to get a fire going, your goal is to get it to be self-sufficient without needing as much work from you. You're still going to need to check it every 10-15 minutes, but you shouldn't have to be babying it. And you saw I got to this point in, what, a minute? 2 minutes tops? Just because it's the situation right now. We've had a lot of really dry weather lately, and I found a lot of really dry stuff. It wasn't even a challenge. It was stupid simple. These are the kind of conditions I would love to be lost in the wilderness in, because I know I'm like, oh yeah, I got this. I have had times where I've struggled. I think it was either episode 3, yeah, it was episode 3 of season 1, maybe episode 2, I can't remember. One of those early episodes where I struggled to get a fire going because everything was soaking wet. My only saving grace was birch bark. Excuse me. So I have had my struggles, but the more that I've done this, the better I've gotten. And I'm really trying not to sound cocky and arrogant, but I love my fires. Fires are so cool. Alright, things are winding down. It is just after 7 o'clock at night. Hello. Okay, I need you to be really good right now, okay? Because we're going to be playing with fire here. Bodhi just wants to play. Stop. And I'm going to make some spruce tea, or pine needle tea, as I usually call it. So, this is how this is going to work. I have, if I can get it out, my pot. Okay? And then I have in here, back up, dog. I have a solid fuel stove. Now, I brought a bunch of these because I wasn't sure how often I was going to be using it this trip. Sometimes the MREs contain like instant coffee or hot cocoa, that kind of stuff. So this is a solid fuel tab, okay? That's what that looks like. And if we open this here, you can get it. Yeah, which side these are from? We'll just push it through. There we go. These things smell ridiculous. They smell like dead fish. Oh, yeah, that's it. But what we can do, so I'll put it this way so you guys can see, we put it in our stove like that, back with a lighter. Okay. The tablet is lit. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. Now I'm going to put my cup over the top and water. That'll be enough. Now, I need to go get some pine needles. next thing I want to do here is take these, try to grab fresh ones, just mash them up a little bit. And then throw them in the pot. That's all there is to it. Now we just wait for this to boil, and we'll have some nice, delicious tea to settle us down for the evening. Wish I could give him some tea. Bodhi, come here. Oh, what a good boy. You're such a good boy. Yeah, yes you are. Get away from the knife. I love my dog. I love my dog. Guess who's ready for bed already? He is so tired. You know, something really cool is seeing in person just how smart dogs are. We took a nap, one nap in that tent today, and he's already associated with that with home. For him, he knows that's where we're gonna sleep tonight, and he's already curled up over there like ready to go to bed because he knows that's sleep, like that's a sleeping space at this point. You know, people think that dogs are stupid. No, dogs are extremely smart. I mean, he figured that out literally after an hour of sleeping in there. Like, I seriously didn't even get to finish my movie. After 1 hour of napping, he was done and ready to take on the world again, kind of stuff. And he already knows that, hey, that's where we sleep now. So that's pretty cool, and it's really neat to see that. It looks like my tea's almost done. Salud. That's good. Definitely one of the best and easiest natural drinks you can make for yourselves in the outdoors. Full of vitamin C. It's just, for me, it's a nice way to just kind of unwind after a long day out here. So, again, salud, cheers. It's good. It's about 8:30, and Bodhi and I are gonna say goodnight. We had a little bit of a coming to Jesus moment just a little bit ago. So sorry we didn't capture that on film. He decided he was going to try to attack the tent from within inside. Like, full on attack the thing, and well, I just wasn't gonna have any of that. So anyway, we came to an understanding, as you can see, by the fact that he's now grooming me. That tells me that he submits and I am still the alpha and not him. So that's good. And now my ear is cleaner because of it too. So we're gonna crash. I'm gonna throw on a movie and we're gonna peace out. I guess we'll see you guys in the morning unless anything eventful happens during the night. See you in the morning. Oh, dude, this sucker's bright. Alright guys, as you can see, it is, roughly 2:30 in the morning. Bodhi just went out to go to the bathroom, and he's all wired up now. I'm trying to get him to settle back down. All in all, he's actually been a really good boy. Oh, except that it seems like every hour he's shifting around a lot and trying to get like closer and closer and closer to me, cuddling up, trying to stay warm. And that is the downside to the pit bull breed, is that they get cold easy, and so they're all about the snuggles and the cuddles in order to stay warm. So thinking I need to get him like an actual quilt or something like that that I can cover him with and stuff in the future. I've given him, for more installations, we've got the dog blanket and then my sweatshirt as well, so I gave that to him. And that seems to be helping a little bit at least. This is cool. It's been a full moon, and it was so bright earlier, the first couple hours of darkness, that it was just blasting right into the tent, and like it was just amazing how bright it was. In fact, even now I look out and I couldn't see the stars even if I wanted to, just because the moon is so stinking bright tonight. Which is cool though. It's cool seeing it that bright, and like you don't really need a flashlight when you're walking around right now. The only reason you need a flashlight is in order to see me on camera. But given that I look pretty hideous right now anyway, I guess I'll put the light away, eh? Alright, good morning. Buenos dias. It's 5:30 in the morning, but as you can see, it is light out. The sun is coming up. So look at the hills there. I can actually see sunlight starting to come across the side of the mountain. So that's kind of cool. There's Mr. Bodhi. It's cold. It got pretty chilly last night. I'll have to check the thermometer on my backpack here, see where we're at with everything. But yeah, we made it through the night, and aside from the chill factor with the dog, everything is good. So I think he will be ready to do some longer backpack trips, more epic areas, which is awesome. And eventually, we're not quite there yet, but we'll be able to do an actual survival trip with him without the tent and that kind of stuff. So it might be a little while before that kind of episode, but I think I'll be able to do more of this kind of stuff, which is good. So we're gonna break down camp, and we'll have breakfast and stuff, and then break down camp, and then probably get out of here, get back home, shower, and I know this little guy, because he's so cold right now, he's just gonna probably chill the rest of the day, and we'll enjoy the rest of our Memorial Day weekend, and I hope you all have done the same. Alright guys, that I think does it for this trip. Bodhi and I are gonna head out. If I can get him to stop digging this hole he's doing right now. And yeah, so I hope you guys have enjoyed and had fun. I know I did. And thanks for joining us for Bodhi's first trip. We'll see you next time right here on L Director Vision, Surviving the Wild. Bodhi!